All right, we're back with another worst to best video. If you haven't seen this series, basically what I do, I take an album that my fans vote on in my Discord server, and I rank the songs from the worst, or my least favorite, to my most favorite, and I call it worst to best. This week we are doing the first Glass Beach album by Glass Beach, one of my favorite albums of all time. So I'm very excited to rank each of these songs. I realized watching back some of my old worst to best videos that I feel like I'm reading off the script a lot of the time. And so I'm trying a new format today. I wrote down some very basic notes, but it's going to be a lot more freeform commentary. So please let me know what you think in the comments below. And please feel free to leave a comment as to what albums you want me to do worst to best on next. As long as I've reviewed it on my, or I've listened to it on my Album of the Year account, that's how you can check if I've listened to it, then it's fair game. I could make a video on it. I do one of these every week, so stay tuned next Monday. Let's get started. At 15, I think this is a pretty obvious placement. I have Blood Rivers. As much as I think it works well as a transition track, it's nice in between, you know, Glass Beach and Dallas. At the end of the day, this is an album with stellar writing and wonderful production. And it's a very chill ambient song that doesn't really stand out compared to a lot of the other ones. So I have this one at number 15. At 14, we have Soft. And I think this song it has a very sweet sentiment to it. The lyrics are wonderful. They fit the vibe of the project well. I just think that, you know, when you're ranking all these excellent songs, it's not one that is really a standout in my opinion. It fits the lyrical vibe, like I said, but at the end of the day, there are songs that surpass it in terms of lyrical content pretty quickly, in my opinion. And the sound isn't super memorable. I feel like in terms of a lot of the other songs on this thing, it's a little bit forgettable. At number 13, we have Forever. And I remember being really surprised looking through the track list and seeing this was like, I think it's the most popular on the album, which surprises me because the main reason I love the album so much is how phenomenal the writing is. And so to see a song with a really nice chord progression be the number one streamed over some of these phenomenal feats of songwriting, I just thought it was surprising. I think it's a bit overrated, but it's like I've used this song to study to. It fits right into a playlist I have called Slice of Life, just like soundtrack stuff I just listen to in the background when I'm doing stuff. It fits that vibe really well, but I don't think it has the same strengths a lot of the other songs on this album do. At number 12, we have Bone Skull, which, similar to Soft, I think feels a little bit forgettable. But the outro has this intense passage that I think is a blast to listen to. It's really fun, and it's honestly just awesome. So because it has that little passage compared to Soft, which doesn't really have anything memorable to me, I have this one a little bit higher. At number 11, we have Planetarium. Now, I'm not going to pull a Fantano here. I don't think this is the worst song on this album. I think that was a little bit blasphemous, but I can see, and I do experience a little bit of fatigue from the vocal performances on this one. They're pretty in your face, but the bass lines on this song rock. That it automatically makes it, I think, one of the better, like, it can't be the worst on the album. And the song structure and song ideas the song explores are wonderful and fun. So again, I think this is a really good song, but out of the more fully fleshed out tracks with a typical song structure, this is one of the lesser favorites for me. At number 10, we have Rat Castle. which is honestly, like, I think a lot of people might think this is way too high, but it's a simpler song that just grooves really hard. I think it contains a lot of variety in its short length that keeps you invested and interested the whole time. And again, it's just a groovy, fun track that has quite a bit of a punch to it. So I have this rated higher than a lot of people probably do. At number 9, we have Calico, which again is one of those simpler songs on the record, but it has a great chorus, and the lyrical lens used, viewing these trans issues through the lens of a cat, you know, the song being called Calico. I think it's a fun way of looking at the topic, and it's a really unique song for that reason. So I think it's a fun one, and I love it to death. It sucks I have to put it at 9. This album is just too good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So at number 8, we have Neon Glow. And the first half of this song is really energetic. It's intense. And the second half is more nostalgic and comfortable. But that energy that was present in the first half isn't lost in the second half. It comes right back in for a big climactic finish. And I don't know. I love the nostalgic feeling of the lyrics, and I love the progression, how it starts off really intense, then it eases you into that climax. I think it's a wonderful song. At number 7, we have Dallas. I think Dallas is heavily underrated. It has one of the best chord progressions on the album, in my opinion, and it's insanely dynamic. Again, it has this chill, intense, chill song structure, but the lyrical content isn't in your face. It's very subtle. It's a very nice song, especially that middle portion. I revisit that all the time, but because of that really sweet and nice chord progression, I'm always going back to this one and listening to it start to finish, despite how long it is. At number 6, we have Classic J Dies and Goes to Hell Part 1. Again, one of the best and biggest strengths of Glass Beach is that dynamic song progression. And this song goes all over the place. It almost feels like 3 different songs. My friend, historically, I've shown him Glass Beach a few times, and he recently fell in love with them. He said that the chord progression on this song feels Christmassy. It feels like a Christmassy chord progression. And ever since that, I mean, there is a lyric on the song talking about Christmas lights. It's got a fun, nice energy to it. It's a nice way. It's a great intro starting the album. It provides you with basically everything you can really expect from it. So yeah, I love Classic J Dies. It's a great song. All right, at number 5, we have Orchids. I've talked in the past about how important I think album closers are for if I love an album or not. And Orchids delivers in every way possible. I think it's the most nostalgic song on the album. It has this wonderful nostalgic feeling to it. But not only that, the chorus is incredible and fun to sing along to. The climaxes this song reaches are wonderful and amazing. A great way to close out the album. It finishes strong. It's a lot more maximalist than a lot of the other songs on here. It does an excellent job doing it. So I absolutely love Orchids. I have that playlist version in all my playlists. You already know. Song is incredible.
I know that it's hard, but I swear I still love you. Just as she can fit right.
At number 4, we have Yoshi's Island, which I think really shows off the songwriting of the band. It has this chill vibe with its chord progression near the end that is just a vibe. It's wonderful to listen along to, and then it comes right back in, punching harder than the song ever had. It's peak. It's a peak part of the record. I think this is one of the best lyrical moments. If you have the song at number 1, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's an incredible song.
I wanna say I think it's okay. Some folks feel the same way, but I feel like there's this fear. And there's this sweater on the edge of space.
At number 3, we have Cold Weather. And I remember the first time I listened to this song, I listened to it probably like 200 times that month. Like, I heard this song and I did not want to listen to anything else. That was the only song on my mind. I think the chorus has this mainstream polish to it, but at the same time, the lyrical content still keeps it within the guidelines of the album concept. Yeah, once this song starts swinging, it never slows down. So it's not like there's lulls in it, and so once you've listened to it once, you're like, that was enough. Nope. When you first hear this song, it'll be on loop for you too. I guarantee it. It's such an addicting song. I think was it 2020 I listened to it for the first time? I think it was 2020. Just never left my rotation. It was such a blast.
Understand.
At number 2, we have Glass Beach, the title track. This song is 7 minutes long, but it genuinely feels like it's half that length. It feels like it might be 4 minutes long. The storytelling on this album is just wonderful. It paints this picture that I can visualize like it's on my wall. It's that clear in my mind. This concept of these characters and these different locations they visit, and kind of the hopelessness of the song. All of it is amazing. It's on full display, and I love this one to death. I think Glass Beach, this title track, is one of the most underrated on the album. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And if it's not in your playlists, maybe revisit this one. I think it's one of their best moments in songwriting, one of the best moments in terms of intensity and energy. It's got everything you could want. And then at number 1, I think this might have been obvious knowing me. It's Bedroom Community. This song completely changed my life and the way I viewed other people. For a while, I had this hateful lens toward trans people. I couldn't grasp that idea. And a lot of people around me kind of fed into that hatred. And I was horribly depressed when I first heard this song. But what this song ultimately taught me with its incredible songwriting is that trans people have the same issues I do. Like, they run into a lot of the same issues. The characters that are present in this story are just insanely well written. It's incredibly compelling, and it caused me to stop demonizing people that I didn't understand. And so I fully credit this song with who I am today. Outside of the lyrical content, okay, obviously it's incredible. It paints this picture just like the title track does, but the hook is catchy. The bass lines are terrific to listen to. The production is all over the place in the best way possible. You get a ton of variety in this song. It's one of my all-time favorites. And so, yeah, I have... Ooh, that was nice. So yeah, I have it at number 1. That was my Glass Beach rankings. If you want to see a specific album, if you want to see me do a worst to best, feel free to leave that in the comments. Please, please, please list your rankings in the comments below. I'd love to see them and give my thoughts on them. If you want more worst to best content, or if you want other content, you can click to the left or right of me. But yeah, I'll have more videos coming out this week. I want to do a reaction to the Tyler album. I want to do my subgenre video. I want that out this week. So stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support this month. And can't wait to see you guys in November.